Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty78609, and I am on fire this morning. I feel so good. I did 5 one-handed push-ups in my mind. Got a little dew on the windows, and it'll clear up pretty quick. But anyway, we're on the road here, and it is pretty. It's about, I don't know what time it is, probably 9-ish maybe. But anyway, what I was thinking about is, we've talked about RVing to death, and it is an adventure, depending on, I guess whichever way you do it is an adventure, whether it's in a class A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or whatever you got, a tent. But anyway, there are other things, and I checked some of these out on the internet yesterday just for the hell of it. Does that mean I'm going to do it? No. Well, it doesn't mean I'm not, but it means I'm thinking or reading. So what it is, there's, for example, other adventures. That's what I'm going to name this. Or the title of this video will be Other Adventures. And there's a lot of them, believe it or not. For example, how many of you know anything about sailing, sailboats? Huh? Not many, probably. I was gonna get a sailboat many years ago. I even went to Corpus Christi, Texas, and rented a sailboat and a guy to show me how to do it. And we went out a couple of times, and it occurred to me that no. Why? Because I enjoyed the sailing part, but I got a little seasick. But of course, you do that, even old sailors get seasick. But anyway, I thought, you need to know a lot about, you need to be a multi-purpose handyman to be a good sailor on a small sailing vessel. Why? Because when you're out in the middle of the Atlantic or the Pacific and something breaks, guess what? You got to fix it, or you get in deep poo-poo. And I've been watching some of the sailing videos of young couples traveling around the world, and yeah, it's really an interesting way of life. And of course, if you start out young, as you get older, you just you have all the stuff down pat, kind of like starting out RVing, and after a few years you kind of get it down. But yeah, so sailing is one of them, but you better know what you're doing, because that old ocean could be mighty unforgiving. And even though they got a lot of electronic gear and stuff, this is Highway 152 going west, I guess. I'm just taking a Saturday morning drive, and I got some more water on the windshield. What it is, it's dew. We're at the dew point, or close, and it builds up on the window. I'll have to remember to erase it every now and then. And then there's also something else you can do if you want an adventure, and I'm not recommending any of these, is you can go live in another country. There's some upsides and downsides. Upsides, you might be able to find a country that has a little cheaper cost of living, and people are good and like Americans and stuff, but you better learn the language wherever it is. If they speak English, that's a big plus, But if you go into Mexico or South America, wherever you go, you better be pretty good with the language to really enjoy living in another country. Also, you better know something about their foods, their healthcare system, visa requirements and all that stuff, the exchange rates, climate, the usual stuff you do even in the U.S., except for the exchange rate. And I've lived in other countries for for Mongolia for a couple of years, but that was difficult. But that's something else you could do. You could actually do that. All these things, or you could get in a sailboat and travel to another country. You know what I mean? Or you could take up flying. That's an adventure. That doesn't mean you got to be flying all the time, but I took flying lessons one time, and had, it's called, what is it? It's the Visual Flight Reference, VFR. Yeah. And, that's okay for flying on days like today where it's clear, but if you leave an airport in the morning sometime, and it's a beautiful clear day, and later that morning it hits the dew point, and it fogs up everywhere, and just about the time you get to the airport you're going to and you're not instrument rated, yeehaw. You know, you don't want to fly. And what they do, you try to get out low enough so where you can see the highways. You know, but anyway, but you got to remember, other people flying might be doing the same thing. So you know, I don't know. And then how about just traveling by air? You know, just fly to a country. There's a guy named Hobo Traveler. He's got a YouTube channel. He's what he is, and he's been traveling for 20 years. He's in his 60s now. I watch him every now and then. He's in Africa somewhere now, and but yeah, he's actually traveling right now, even with this lockdown and shutdown in other countries. He's just figuring out what the rules are, and he just keeps on traveling. So you know, that's you know, you can do that, and he goes, you know, he lives on, what do you say, $300 or $400 a month, and yeah. But could you live the way he lives and have diarrhea all the time? I don't know, man. But anyway, then there's another thing you can do. You can get you a houseboat. I was looking at, you know, there are actually people that live on some of these huge lakes in houseboats, and some people live on rivers in houseboats. You know, in Louisiana, I know they do. You go out in that old bayou, pull your P-row down the bayou, you'll see some people living in houseboats, and you don't want to bother them, I don't think. But having said that, guys, what else can you think of? I can't think of any more. I've got an adventure coming soon with my Class C RV, which will be different, because it occurred to me, like when I got in the truck this morning to go do this driving video, if I was going to do the driving video in the Class C, instead of having to leave the casita, come around to the truck and open the door and put my stuff in the holders and get all organized, all I do is walk to the front of the RV and sit down. You know, I don't know why that water keeps forming right in front of the camera. It's the way it is. But yeah, so that'd be different. And I also was thinking about a lot of other things that'll be different. And you know, it's kind of a late blooming buyer's remorse. Everybody has it. Whenever you buy something, you want to be sure. And I've got my visor was rattling. And that's something else. A lady left me a great tip on helping eliminate rattles in a motorhome, and that is, you know, if you have plates, which I don't, I've got one saucer, but you know, you put paper, but she said she put coffee filters between them to keep them from rattling. And so there's a lot of things you can do to prevent rattles, and so that's good to know, and I appreciate that thought. Oh, I see why it's doing that now. I had it on defrost. It's the defroster doing that. Okay, so that's the end of that poo-poo, hopefully. But yeah, so there's a lot of things that go on in the transition, and I'm hoping it's a smooth transition. It may, you know, I hope I can get my casita sold and the truck sold, and everything kind of goes pretty well on a sort of schedule, because the casita, I feel like I can sell that. There's no problem with that. As far as the truck, I don't know, maybe it'll sell pretty quick too. We'll see. There's been a couple of people offered to buy a boat. So, and I'll mention that in this video, and I will continue to mention it in videos till you get sick of it. But for the casita, you know, I'm asking like $21,000, and for the truck, I'm asking $20,000 with the camper top and the new Michelin tires and stuff. And that's, you know, that's not a good price, I have to tell you. But if you buy them both together, if you buy them both, I'll sell them both to you for $37,500. The Ram pickup is a 2017 V6, 321 gears, regular cab, 6'4" bed, 60,453 miles on it right now. Be slightly more when you get it, because I can't let it go until I get the Class C parked in Llano, Texas. So that's on the Ram truck. On the casita, it is 2019 Freedom Deluxe with the swivel chairs, and it does not have an awning. It does not have a microwave. It has a microwave plug in the area where the microwave would go. You can get a microwave at Walmart for $50 or whatever. and but it also makes great storage if you don't have a microwave. The Casitas do not come with an oven. They have a 2-burner cooktop. Mine does not have a furnace. It has excuse me, an air conditioner with a heat pump, a 1500 BTU heat pump, I think it is, which it'll heat the RV plenty fine when you're plugged into electric. And also, of course, I use an electric heater every now and then. But what else? And it's got the TV thing ready. It's got a 12-volt plug there and a 110 outlet, and the thing you put the TV on. But I didn't get a TV. And it's got the vinyl flooring. And what else? Of course, it's solar ready. I got the solar readies. It's got a ZAMP plug on the outside, which is an SAE connector. I don't have any solar on the roof at all. Didn't want any. I don't want any holes poked in my fiberglass. But anyway, if you're interested in either one of those or both, just shoot me an email to rusty78609@yahoo.com and we'll start the process. But they won't be available until, again, I get my unit, my new Class C, at the RV park in Llano, Texas, which appeared, according to the dealer, mobile home specialist out of Alvarado, Texas, will be sometime in November. Could be sooner, could be a little later, just depends. So anyway, guys, from Central Texas on a beautiful morning, as you can see, temperature is 73 top down degrees, and it is nice, and I'm just out for a Saturday morning drive, and I know you've probably noticed there is absolutely no, as in zero, traffic. People ask me how come I can get such great gas mileage in my pickup. Right now I'm averaging 24.7. The reason is, on these roads like this, you can drive, I'm driving 45 miles an hour, and there's no stop and go traffic, so that bumps up the mileage considerably. But I'm just going to make a little loop here this morning, and I may have a little picnic somewhere, because I really don't have much to eat for lunch at home. I got some baked chicken from HEB, and it wasn't quite baked enough, so I put it in the instant pot pressure cooker that I have, and I baked it some more. Now it's baked chicken. But anyway, guys, the adventure continues, but it's up to you. Either have a life, make a life an adventure, or whatever you want to do. It's your life. Remember that. You're the boss. You're the in charge. So having said that, guys, on a beautiful day in Central Texas, thumbs up. Carpe diem. Adios. Bye-bye. Buy anything you want anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all my videos. Why? Doesn't cost you a penny. Amazon takes care of me. And also, I've added something new, the Patreon stuff. And I'm not going to try to explain what it is. It's a way to fund the channel if you want to. And you can click on Patreon and go there and read the instructions and see what you think. But having said all that, guys, basically now keep your health, drink plenty of water, take deep breaths, enjoy your life one day or one moment at a time, and at ease, carry on. Adios, hasta luego, vaya con Dios, aloha, bye-bye, till next time. Bye-bye, guys.